Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And today we're working once again on the Altered Index Challenge 2025, hosted by Non-Stop Paper Crafts, and I will link their channel below. If you want to have a look at the prompt list, it's on Suzanne's Ko-fi shop, or in Suzanne's Ko-fi shop, as one of her freebies. So today we're going to be looking at, or trying to do something with the prompt puzzles. And I have to say, I have puzzled over this prompt all week. Sorry about the pun, but I couldn't help myself. Yeah, it has kind of stretched my brain a bit, just trying to think of how to represent puzzles in a mixed media way. So I've got a plan, kind of. Don't know how it'll work out, as is always the case. And I don't know what you'll think of it, but we'll see where we go. So I just need to start creating a sort of background. So I've got one of my Dilutions acrylic paints. They come in these little pots. And I think I want to just start with this colour. This is called Squeezed Orange. And I just want to do a kind of a wash, really, I think, with this. I've got a jelly plate, which is... I need to take one of the plastic covers off, just to use to put the paint on. Let's just put a little bit. And got my brayer. And I'm just going to brayer a covering of this, just to give us our base of colour, really. I don't want it too solid a colour. I may want just a little bit more than that, though. Just a little bit more. Just to give us a bit of a background, really. Make it look a bit more interesting. That'll do, I think. Okay. Right. Let's just quickly clean that off. Right, so, just okay, so what do I do next? Because this will dry quite quickly. So I might just put that aside to dry. So, puzzles. Well, all I could think of, really, was jigsaw puzzles. I mean, that's the only puzzle shape type of thing that I could think of. But I don't have a puzzle stamp or a puzzle stencil or anything. So I came across, when I was clearing up all my Christmas stuff at the weekend, I came across this little puzzle. In fact, I had 2 or 3 of these little Christmas puzzles. I put in there in case I wanted to use them for something in my journals, which I never have. It's just a little cheap thing, but I thought, well, maybe I could use the shapes to make my own. So I have gone ahead and cut myself out a bunch of little puzzle shapes. And I thought, well, I probably won't use them all, because I've got rather a lot here, but I thought I might just scatter them over here to make my puzzle. So what I need to do, I need to decorate them, and that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to spread them out. In fact, I think I need, because I'm going to use sprays, I think I'm going to need something a bit bigger to cover my desk, otherwise I could end up with it everywhere. So I'm just going to kind of put these on one side for a moment and bring in a big plastic cloth. It's what I use when Alyssa comes into my craft room and wants to use paints. I did that last week. You would not believe how much mess that child can make. So this cloth, it's absolutely huge, but it will protect my table. So I'm just going to cover everything, keep it as flat as I can. I've got my spray paints or sprays. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I just need my little pieces of puzzle now, don't I? Right, that's my desk thoroughly protected because I'm going to be spraying. So I'm going to be spreading these out. So I don't want them to be the same, I want them to have the same, similar colours, so they go together, but I'm going to turn them up the other way so I can't see the pencil marks from when I've drew around. So what I've brought in are these Dilutions ink sprays. So I've got vibrant turquoise, polished, I always thought it was poisoned. It's polished jade. For years I called it poison jade. It's just the writing, it just looked like poison to me. I don't know why. I just thought it was Diane Reevely's quirky sense of humour to call it that, but it's actually polished jade. I've got fresh lime, and I've got some London blue. So I think I'm going to put them over there. So this is my favourite combination of colours, really. So I'm just going to scatter them because I don't want them to all have the same. I don't know how this is going to go. They're probably going to, I don't know, shoot everywhere. So I just want to try and get a bit of each colour on them all. Different amounts of colour on each one. Better wipe the nozzle. And I'm going to get covered. Look, matches my jumper. I think I'm wearing my favourite colours today. Okay, this is the jade. Is it going to work? Oh, yep. Okay. I may have to go back and do some again, but let's see how we go. This is the squeezed lime. Is that what's it called? No, fresh lime, beg his pardon. Fresh lime. And then we're going to bring in some London blue. Put that one up there. So I'm going to concentrate on this side where I haven't got... Oops. There we go. And let's go. Oh, that was a strong one. Do I want to put any more? Okay, it went a bit over there. So I've got some interesting colours now. Just not sure at the moment whether to leave them to dry so they stay really vibrant or whether I blot them a bit because that'll speed things up. I think I've got all this wonderful ink on here now, So I'm going to get another one of my cards, I think, and pick it up. It'd be a shame to waste it, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to try and pick up all this amazing colour on here. How are we doing? Whoa, look at that. It's very green. Yeah, the jade, the vibrant, no, the polished jade is a very strong colour. That seems to be the colour that's coming out the most on here. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside to dry for another day. Clean that off. Now, I like how they're all different. Some have got more of the lime, some are more turquoise, some are more green. This one's very green. I've got that one. Yeah. I'm going to have very stained hands now. But I'm not going anywhere, so I don't care. And did I wipe that? Yes. Right, okay, I'm going to put those aside to see if I can let them just dry for the moment. Just move them up there, out of my way. And we're going to bring in our original background piece, because I thought what I want to do is stamp on it, I think. And what I'm going to stamp on it, because this is puzzles, I'm going to stamp on it some question marks, because when you're doing a puzzle, a question mark is what you have over your head, isn't it? When you're trying to solve a puzzle. So yeah, that's what I think. Don't think I've ever used it. Look at that. And I'm going to use the pine cone and get it out. The VersaFine Clear in pine cone, I think, for this. I'm just going to have something in case I need to wipe around the edges, because often these stamps you get a line around the edges, and I don't really want that. And I don't know how this one will work, but I think that'll probably be what will happen. Enough. Oh, goodness me. Right. Quick wipe of that. Get rid of that. Right, get some of the colour off my fingers. Right, now I'm going to try this. Got a little bit of shadowing, didn't I? Thought I'd managed to avoid it, but no. Okay. I've just randomly stamped a load of question marks all over the background. Some of them will show through, some of them will get covered up. Can always add more if I feel I need to. This is a really very strange prompt, and I'm just kind of making it up, really. Just trying to think about how I could bring that prompt in and make it look like, you know, bring in the mixed media and make it look like a nice piece. Who knows? Right, I'm just wondering, these don't take very long to dry because they're inks, not paint. So what I thought I can do, I can bring that in and cover up that bit there, look. And I've got some of the straight edge, so that can go at the edge. I can put this one down here. Maybe this one down there. This one up the top. And maybe this one there-ish, because I'm going to do a big puzzle piece in the middle, but I haven't quite decided what colour on that yet. I've got some choices and they're hiding under my cloth that I think I want to use, but of course it might be a bit different now I've got it. Now I've done these, now I've sprayed them. Oops. Okay, so I've got these down here, on here like that. So I've already cut out a big puzzle piece, and I thought I could just put across the top. Or that way. And so I've got some plain cardstock that I'm going to cut it out in. So is it going to be that piece? I was thinking a dark colour, like a teal, would be the colour I was going to go for. Well, I've got a lighter one, and I don't think the light one works for me. So it's got to be one of these two. I think I might decide that. I still haven't quite decided. So I think these are the ones I'm going to use. But what I need to do, that's not enough decoration on them. No, no, no. We need to do some more. So I'm going to take those off there again. And I'm going to do some embossing on there. So let's get the embossing equipment in. Right, so I've got some stamps, very small stamps, and what I want to do is just do a little bit of swirling in gold with these. And so I've got this swirly stamp here, because everything's under my cover now. I've got this, where has it gone? This one. It's got to be small because these are such small pieces. Okay, so I've got that one. I don't know if this one will work. It's like a longer one. So I might do a 2 and 2 and 2 or something. Ooh, this one is so hard to get off. I don't think I've ever used it. Ugh. I've got to get a block out for this one. Wow, that was a battle to get that off that sheet. These are really old stamps. I've for a long time and I've clearly never used that one. And I've got this one. Another little stamp. And I'm going to just use this bit at the top, I think. Where's my other block? Right. And over there. Right. So we've got our 3 stamps. I might stamp all of the puzzle pieces just in case I change my mind about which ones to use. Got my Versamark and let's do it. Right. One. Two. This is coming out on the paint. We'll soon see, won't we? Three. Let's see if the ink is actually attaching to this. Not the ink, what am I talking about? The embossing powder. Oop. Has it worked? Oh, I think it has. Can you pick it up? Not very good with these tweezers. Keep dropping it. Let's try the other ones. I've lost my favourite tweezers. I don't know where they've gone. Okay, there's one. Two. Three. So that's got a bit of, oh, got a little bit of swirly whirly design. Okay. Let's push that over to one side. Let's do the next ones. Let's take these 3 and we'll do this one. Just going to do the top part. Okay, that's those 3. Put them in here. Very nice. Oh, that's going to look lovely. There's that one. So let's do these last two, then I can empty all the embossing powder back into the pot when I've finished. Got the last couple. So I'll use this stamp. And that gave me all the trouble. Okay. There's that one. And this one. Right, so they should all be slightly different, but similar but different. So I think I just need to... Okay, I'll put this all to one side. We'll dry. We'll get the heat gun going. Let's see how it looks. Okay, heat tool at the ready, so I will mute the sound, but show you how they each come out as they transform. I love this. I think it's one of those magical things, isn't it, that we all enjoy, seeing the transformation of some embossing. So there we are. I do really like them. I love how they've come out. All slightly different, but looking like a united collection, aren't they? Right, so yeah, don't know if the background I've created for them is doing them justice, really. So I might try and get them all on here now that I've done them. I'm going to try and do that there. I love this one. Love it. Just the one that came out really green. But I love the transformation. Put that one down there. So we've got to... Yeah, we'll see if that would fit on. See how it goes with the big one. Now I've got to make a decision on what colour I want to do it. I think I do like this colour. I want a contrast. Okay, so let's just try. I'm going to draw around it. This is the one. I just made it up, just kind of followed these ones. I mean, I drew around the little puzzle pieces to make the small ones, but then I didn't have a big one, So I just had to kind of make it up. We do quite enjoy doing puzzles. I suppose this is what my mind went to. So we have a whole cupboard full. And I actually bought my husband a puzzle board to keep the puzzle whatever puzzle we're working on, to keep it on. I mean, he's much better at it than I am. I find it's quite, we like a big puzzle, but I get a bit daunted by the number of pieces. I kind of come in towards the end and help finish. He does all the hard bit at the beginning. The only bit I like to do is doing the border, gathering all the pieces with the side edge, because I find they're the easiest things to do. Right, let's see if I'll decide which scissors are going to work best for this. I'll try these. Let's see, how's that going to look? I don't know whether to put it on something to lift it, or just have it going straight flat onto there, onto the top of these. Doesn't need to be super dimensional, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to continue with my plan, but I'm not sure at the moment that I'm totally happy with the background. So I'll put these over to one side for the moment, and this. Right, so for this one, I want to do some texture paste because we need some texture. And as I say, I haven't really got a stencil that says puzzle, but I have got a couple that I thought might work just for the kind of just general feel. And I've got these kind of squiggle ones. I don't know if this is a woodware stencil, and I don't know if it's got a name. Retro Mesh. So it's that one. Quite like that because it's small. I've got this Dilution stencil. I've got quite a lot of Dilutions products because I did a lot of work with during lockdown. I did a Dilutions diary, and she was doing a daily diary, and I was doing it along with her. And I bought quite a lot of the products, and I still have them. Don't use them very much. I think this is too big. Just felt like, I don't know how this is going to look. I'm going to try doing some texture paste on here. And this time I'm going to use my gold Heidi Swap. I'm using lots of gold today. So this is going to be a bit nerve-wracking because it's a very big holes to fill. So I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but if you don't try, you'll never know. I can always cut another puzzle piece out if it's a real disaster, can't I? Just have to be a different colour. I'm just trying to decide which way round it's easiest for me to hold it. Okay. All right, let's just try it. I'm very nervous now about lifting this up to see what it's going to look like, but it has to be done. Try and keep it clear and bits. Ooh, quite like that. May not look like a puzzle, but it was quite a puzzle to do. So let's see. Obviously needs a bit of clearing up. Lift that off. Put that there. Ooh, that's interesting. Right, it's just, I give it all a clean up now. And then we'll be back to put it together. Okay, right, so I've cleared up, I've dried off my big puzzle piece. And as I said, wasn't very happy with the background. I didn't think it looked finished. So I've had a bit of a go. I think this will work. Not sure, it's an interpretation, it's all an interpretation. But I've got this Tim Holtz stencil. It's part of a set of 3, one of the Christmas ones. And it's a plaid, but I thought we could use it as a sort of crossword sort of design. There's another puzzle, crossword puzzle. So I did have a little go because I knew that would be covered up if it didn't look right. But I think I'm going to use it. And I'm going to use it with the walnut stain because I don't want it to stand up too much as too bold a colour. I don't want it to clash with everything and fight with everything. But I did want to just feel like this background was a bit more finished, had a bit more going on. So I'm going to give this a try and put this on, and we're going to call it a crossword puzzle design. That's what I'm going with. So I've got my giant makeup brush here. Whoops, slippage. Right. Okay. And a bit more. And a little bit down the bottom. Oh, total mess. What do I think about that? I'm not at all sure. Let's see whether that is actually what I was looking for. It's kind of building the layers. We'll see. I'm going to put these on now. Looks quite crazy, really. I'm still not happy with that background. I'm going to have to somehow cover it. Got two thoughts. You're going to have to bear with me. I'll be back. Can't believe my camera's done this to me again. I'm sure I turned it on. I'm sure I heard it coming on. I should have checked, shouldn't I? I should have checked. So I was carrying on chatting and getting on with it, and it wasn't on. It's just turned off again. But I haven't really done very much apart from explain that I wanted to cover the background and just soften the background a bit. So I have used a piece of this pattern paper. I'm actually wondering whether it needs another layer, to be honest. I think this might be all right. I do want to see the question marks and the bit of crossword puzzle type of backgroundy bit. I just wanted it to knock it back a little bit. I think that's done enough. I hope it has. And the other thing I was talking to you about was that I felt like this did not work in the end with all the other little pieces. I felt it was just too clashy. Didn't like it. So I've cut this piece out. This is a piece of foil card it's just a scrap that I had. It wasn't big enough to make it this big, but I think actually this was too big. So I just reduced it down a bit. Made another funny little puzzle piece. And I think that will work better with all of these, because I felt like the other one was really fighting with them. And I like this combination better. So yeah, I was just about to try and put them on. So I'm really sorry that you haven't seen quite the whole process. This does keep happening to me. I really have to be a lot more vigilant when I think I've turned my camera on and then it hasn't actually come on. Right, so I need a little glue gun. I think I need to put them where I want them first. One there. How's that going to look? Put them over the top. I'm going to swap these ones over. I don't want this one covered up because I love it. I want that one to be showing like that. Okay, let's glue those on. And of course my battery ran out, so at least I heard it turn itself off this time. So, oops, we're dripping. Sorry, I didn't do anything off camera. Okay, put you there. Right. let's just see where that's going to go. Maybe I'll move this over a little bit, if I can, this way. That's it. Alright, and then I just got to put this one on, like that. Do I want to do anything more to it? Yeah, I think it just needs something to make it less flat. So I'm going to do something else that I've not done before. I'm going to try and do it freehand. Wish me luck. I'm just going to try and... I'm going to use my little score tool because it's got this... kind of use it like a pencil. And just give it some squigglies, I think. Squiggly line seems to be the way we're going with this challenge. I don't know why squiggly lines say puzzles to me. Okay. And okay, I don't even know if you can see that. It's obviously quite faint embossing. If I try and go over it again, I'm just going to make the lines look messy. I don't know. I think I'm just going to glue this on now. I think I've played around enough, tortured myself enough with not being happy and trying different things. It's just going to go on now. I'll see if I can find some sort of phrase to describe what we've been doing here. Got some Tim Holtz words and phrases. Oh, do we want to do splatters? We probably should do some splatters as well. Right. Just get some paint on here. It's just come out in the lid. Let's do this. Oop. Get some glue. Missed a bit. Right, we're splattering here. Ooh. I think maybe the gold splatters is what it needed. Not sure it's what I needed. Got it all over me as well. Oh well. Right, so I think we'll call that done now. I quite like the splatters on the big puzzle piece in the middle. That seems to just finish that off. I don't hate it now it's done. I actually kind of like it. It's been a bit of a battle getting here, but I was really happy how these turned out. It was just making sure everything else didn't overshadow them, I suppose, the little puzzle pieces. So this is... Oh, I've got one more thing I want to do. I was going to put on one of these Tim Holtz phrases, and I found one that says, "Trust your crazy ideas," Well, that seems appropriate, doesn't it? So let's do that. Let's put that on as well. Because it did feel like a crazy idea, and it got more crazy as time went on. Let's see, where shall I put it? Oop, upside down is not really what I want. Put it right there. I think I need to put a bit more colour around it, put some of the walnut stain around it. I have kind of inked over some of these, but this one didn't get much of it, I don't think. So they're not completely white. I'll just add a bit more of that. And we will put a bit of extra glue just to make sure, because it's sticking to all sorts of weird things on the back. Oh, come on, glue. I feel like I've been here all afternoon. Well, I have been here quite a long while. It's been a bit of a struggle, this. I hope it's not going to, they're all not going to be like this. There are some really wacky looking prompts up ahead, which scare me a little bit, because if you don't have an idea, it's the trying to do it in a mixed media style that throws me a bit, because that's not easy. Right, trust your crazy ideas. Well, I'll probably have a few more through this challenge. I imagine I'll have a few more crazy ideas, but oh well. I just have to remind myself it's about your own interpretation of the prompts. It doesn't necessarily have to be an accurate representation. So there we are. Puzzles. That's it. Done. Thank you for joining me. I hope this was fun for you. I kind of had fun, but it's just been a little bit of a battle trying to work it out how I was going to do it. But I got there. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now.